James Banks here, joined by the best player in the world at the moment, at least in my opinion, and a lot of yours at home. It is s1mple. Now, how does it feel to start off with that you didn't have to play through the challenger stage, right? Does that give you a slight advantage going into this stage, do you think?
I think it gave us more preparation with our game, but from other side, the teams that play in this challenger stage, they're always fixing their mistakes. I mean, they're already playing against big teams in the world and they can see their mistakes. When we are coming to these tournaments, it's sometimes it's pretty hard when you start with loss. So you go into a room, you discuss what you did wrong, and yeah, we always had a good preparation for this tournament.
Now, you're the next team that's qualified, the fourth team that's made it through, so you've got over that more difficult hurdle. Now, you guys had a pretty tough route, right? You started off with Astralis, but then you won your next games, and you did it in style, right? Phases in there, nips in there. You guys have done it in style, I would say, easier than what like other teams who had more changing paths and stuff going with it. Question I wanted to ask you was, the Astralis game, it looked at one point like you guys could have had that in the bag. What do you feel went wrong for you?
First of all, it's really good that we started from Astralis, so we were really focused. We got a lot of experience from this game, and we understand that this is a major and you can face any team and you always need to be prepared. Just at the end of the game, we did a crucial mistake when Flamey decided to go B. It's not like we did stacks like they told, you know. Yeah. Like the first one was stuck when we did a 4B. And remember when Flamey go out from coils and he missed his shot? That's not even stuck. That's just gamble. If they go in, you're saving your gun. You control your economy, you know. And yeah, that was pretty hard. They fake us at the end, and yeah, I mean, it's always nice to play against them. It's always nice to have a strong game against someone, you know. When it's really close, you have like a lot of emotions. You can do mistakes, you can do something, but at the end, you understand that you played good. Not a great, but you played good, and yeah.
Now, looking at how you guys are currently doing and looking at kind of the team's performance, do you think this is finally the time for you to get a major under your belt?
We'll do our best. So we already did the first step to playoffs. We have now more days to prepare for our next opponent. We'll keep working like we usually do, prepare for any game, always fix our mistakes, yeah. And I hope we'll get this trophy, I hope.
Well, it looks like you guys are in good shape as it is overall as a team. What has your preparation kind of practice been like coming into the major?
Just playing Scream, watching demos, fixing our mistakes, always have a team talk, what we can do better. Good sleep schedule, of course, because no one likes if your teammate being late, you know, on team talk or discussion. Yeah, so everyone understands that everything depends on yourself. You don't need to care about your teammates. You do what you do to make it to play much better.
Now, we've spoken before about, like, okay, Astralis have had their era, and you saw the bits where the Brazilians had their era. Na'Vi have had like a constant set of events where you guys have come in first place, you've taken championships. What do you think it needs to happen for you guys in order to have the Na'Vi era where you guys can dominate, or do you think that's just not possible in Counter-Strike how it currently is?
What does that mean? Sorry. Like,
so like Na'Vi as itself hasn't had an era yet like Astralis, who had, like, they won back-to-back events, and then the Brazilians did the same. When is that going to be Na'Vi's time? What needs to happen?
When is going to be Na'Vi time? When we're going to win some big tournaments in a row with a really great team, with a really like strong finals, you know. It's always much better to play with tough opponent like Astralis or FACEIT, because it's some pressure and you're trying to do your best, you know. And yeah, I think as fast as possible that's gonna happen. I hope we're gonna start with this tournament and continue, but everything can change. All teams prepared really good. Yeah. All of them have only one goal in playoffs, to win this tournament.
Now, looking at you as an individual, right, you've had your rise up from playing since the very beginning of CSGO, right? You've now grinded yourself out to be the best player in the world, and you're constantly being praised by the fans and stuff around you, but how much is it of you being just good, and how much is it of the teamwork of Na'Vi that goes in? Because I think it's unfair to always just be like, oh yeah, simple, because obviously it takes a lot more work and dedication, but it's more telling the fans out there how it really goes down.
The team preparation is better than individual preparation. I'm pretty sure about this. When you know what your teammates doing, it's more easy to play for you individually. You don't need to play like 5 hours per day on DS match or FACEIT Pro League, you know. But when you have confidence in your teammate, when you see your teammates always practicing, always discussing some stuff, always fixing mistakes, you have more confidence inside as your team becoming better, you know. So I mean, I care more now about teams than to go and to play on DS match or with aimbots to practice individually, because I know it's really important for any player to understand each other and do everything together.
Now, coming off the back of that as well, I wanted to look at kind of, obviously you had teams where you were standing, you were kind of grinding your way up, you played for Liquid, you've had this very kind of mixed team in terms of you were jumping in and out of different lineups. You've now been on Na'Vi for 2 years. What is it that's kept you under Na'Vi? Do you think this is just the best place for you to be in terms of communication, not having to speak English, for example, and stuff like that?
I think it's the best way, of course, because of language. So you always fixing any side, outside and inside of team. That's something that not everyone has. Like we have it, Australis have it, Liquid. I don't know about FACE. I don't know how they manage to talk with their English, you know. It's still, even if you know perfect English, sometimes it's pretty hard to find right words, you know. So I think, yeah, it's one of the best places that I ever been. I'm happy that I'm here already for 2 years and maybe like 3 or 4 months, I guess. I don't remember, but yeah, organization always help us. It's always on point.
Now, you're one of the players that so many fans look up to and they want to be like. I just want to know if you would be happy to give some advice on terms of what kind of things the young players should be doing to try and become a professional player and try and become as good as you.
Just at the beginning of your career, try to watch yourself, you know, how you practicing, how after like 3 hours of DS match you playing. Always try to prepare before some game. Just go and play your individually before any game. That's really important. And just never stop. Even if something not works, just try your best. Even if your teammates in matchmaking really bad, with no information, they kicking you from server, just go play with aimbots, with music, yeah, and try to become better. And when you have a team, just look on yourself, how you gonna prepare. Like, you shouldn't care at all if your teammate's late or if he didn't sleep well or he didn't eat food before the game. Just care on yourself, because Counter-Strike, you always can change the game. Your 1-on-4 or 1-on-5 clutch can change your teammates as well. Your communication can become better after this. It's really hard to explain, but yeah.
Well, thank you very much for your insight, s1mple. Much appreciated, and good luck for the rest of the major. And again, congratulations for making it to another stage. James Banks here, wrapping up another interview at the FACEIT Major. It's the Legend stage. Na'Vi have just qualified through. Let's find out who the rest of the teams are going to be as well.